Right. All right. All right. Welcome back to another episode of Fan Therapy. Fan Therapy episode 54. And we are back with my good friend, a Fan Therapy college football analyst. He is the high school tennis captain, a leader of men, Eagles super fan like I, 2-0 in NFC Championships games. Hopefully, we can magically make it three this year somehow. Pac 12 Truther 16 playoff enthusiast. It's a rough time of year for that. Our fan therapy college analyst Tyler. How we doing, bro?
Doing good. Thank you for having me back. I'm excited.
Oh, of course, no doubt. It's a crazy time, so I had to call
hmm
you to ruffle through this madness that is college football at this time. But yeah, no further ado. How you doing? Anything off your chest about the Ducks? It won't be a two Duck heavy episodes. How you feeling about them?
Finished season strong. Just lost what we're going to talk about. Both coordinators to coaching jobs, but believe in the staff and everyone to make the right decisions because it's our fourth offensive coordinator that's gotten a head coaching job and the consecutive one. So excited. Think we still have a chance. I do. This defense is one of the best defenses in the country. Dante Moore, one of the best quarterbacks in the country. They got a shot. That's all you need is a shot.
Absolutely. That is what it is all about. And
Yep.
yeah, talking about a shot, a lot of people, one man in particular, took his recently. There's only one place to start this episode, so let's get into it. I decided to get a little tricky with the titles this one. I hope you like this one. So yeah, Lane Kiffin, he is on to the LSU Tigers. I think there is only one place to really go. Maybe some people thought Florida may steer his attention one way. Maybe some weird options got in the mix. But his speech wouldn't tell you this today, but there's only one place to go. He didn't know exactly all the offers that were up there, what they meant, and all the title and all the numbers involved, but he just knew that he wanted to make the right decision. And if he wanted to leave, in my opinion, this seemed like the right place to go. Tyler, what's your initial reaction to this one?
I think Lane Kiffin said it best himself when he said LSU's the best job in football. Like, I mean, the only other better job would be owner of the Dallas Cowboys, but Jerry Jones ain't going anywhere anytime soon, so the number two has to be head coach of the LSU Tigers. You
Yep.
have unlimited resources, you have unlimited talent at your disposal. The last three coaches have all won a national title except for Brian Kelly. So, like,
It
you
wasn't
have
messing with him.
no, and every kid in the portal wants to go to LSU. Everyone wants to go to LSU. Everyone wants to play in Death Valley. Like, the team recruits itself. You just got to coach well. Lane Kiffin's a good coach. He hasn't really won anything. So, like, is this finally his chance to get the talent, the
Mm,
quarterback, and the things he needs to, you know, get over the
yeah.
hump? But I would have taken it if I were him. But I wouldn't have done the way he did it. But I would have taken the job.
Man, yeah. I mean, it was wild. I think, yeah. I mean, to be fully fair to his background, he's been a part of many winning situations. But as a head coach, he's had his ups and downs like many coaches. But I think one thing that a lot of people have said is he often leaves when he leaves programs. It
It's
isn't
very
often
awkward.
pretty. It's usually
No,
awkward, ugly. He usually is a fire behind. I forgot the word Paul Feinbaum. I know he hates Lane Kiffin, but I forgot what he said. It was pretty funny. He put it in a funny way. But yeah, as we saw the way he left to booze out there on the tarmac. Yeah, but as you said it best, he made the right decision going to a place with all the resources you can want. He even brought that up in his speech. He said all the numbers he could get the exact number he wanted for himself, but he was looking for the biggest NIL pot that he can give out to the players and make the best team. So he can accomplish that ultimate goal. Are there any players at Ole Miss? I'm going to talk about Ole Miss a bit. I think you mentioned there's a topic you want to get into, but are there any players initially that you think he can bring over with him? And then, do you know where that offensive staff thing landed? Did they have to come with him right
so
away?
he hired his offensive coordinator back to LSU, but he's going to join at the end of the year. He's going to finish
Okay,
out um, Ellis. He's going to finish out at
Ole
Mississippi.
Miss. Yeah.
Um, Guys that he could potentially take with him. It's interesting because now they have Keywan Lacey, the running back. He's averaging like 5 yards a carry with 20 touchdowns. Like he's really, really, really good. He's only a sophomore, so that's definitely someone to like look out. Other than that, like they get a special window
What
for
was
Ole
his
Miss
first name?
Kiwan. I mean, the Ole Miss players get a special window in order to transfer, like get their own special transfer portal to leave Ole Miss.
Yeah.
So it'd be interesting how many guys follow him. LSU's got a good team. They just didn't have a quarterback, and so then you start thinking of quarterbacks that could enter the portal and leave and go to want to play with Lane Kiffin, and there's a
Yeah.
like mine goes right to JKS, the kid from Cal, maybe, but I really want him to come to Oregon because the pipeline there makes sense. But he could want to go to LSU. The one that I'm really interested in is what's his face? The quarterback from Michigan. I'm blanking. The freshman.
Oh, Underwood?
Yeah, he was originally committed to LSU and then
Right.
flipped on National Signing Day to Michigan.
Wow.
Now
I forgot.
LSU has Lane Kiffin. If you're Bryce Underwood, you're like, oh, I wanted to go there anyways. That's Lane Kiffin. Like,
Yeah.
the dude's produced so many first round quarterbacks and so many
Yeah.
high powered offenses. Sean Moore, not a
I was
great
about to
coach.
say they're about to probably make their own coaching change, right?
Probably not. It's
Really?
weird. Yeah, no, they're weird.
Gotcha.
So, like, if I were him, I'd be like, yeah, I'm gone. See ya. Deuces. Lane, open up the bag, and he will. Because, he needs a quarterback because Nussmeier's gone, but he stunk. So, that's one name I'd
Did
watch
not
for
go
the
well.
That would really shock the world. Oh, Sam Levitt is reportedly going in the portal, the Arizona State quarterback.
Gotcha. Yeah.
That'd be another guy to watch to go to LSU.
Gotcha. Yeah, because I totally forgot Nussmeier was there. That didn't end well, so they're gonna want to plug in a new quarterback. That wow. The media is gonna be on them
This is
for the.
this is gonna be one of the craziest transfer portal seasons
Wow.
probably ever. Like this feels like a soap opera, and we're finally like hitting like the pinnacle of the like we're hitting the peak of the season, like the end of the season. Because
And
this
they have the
whole
number. Oh, go ahead. No, you please finish.
there's just all this drama with these coaches leaving and going. Like all these teams get special portals. So like USF will get a special portal. North Texas gets a special portal. Tulane will get a special portal. Ole Miss obviously gets a special portal. I don't think Oregon players do because it's a coordinator, not a head coach. So a lot of fun stuff coming up in the spring.
That would be a loophole, man. People, any offensive coordinator on the line, they'd be firing them just to get that window. No doubt. Well, Lane's moving on. I think we'll get back into talking about these coaches changes that are bound to happen. But he is leaving something very good that he built behind. Ole Miss, they're very much so in solidified standing for the college football playoffs. I know they could have their positions switched up based off Lane leaving, but I'm sure they'll keep them in the dance. That'll be wild. Yeah. What could you imagine happens with this team in their college football run, and who's leading them now at the current time?
So they actually, instead of naming interim coach, they named their head coach. So they promoted their defensive coordinator as head coach. They hired him outright as head coach. So there's no head coaching search for Ole Miss. That's their defensive coordinator is their head coach. The thing that's going to happen is Ole Miss is going to go back to being just a regular SEC team. Like they're not going to be what they are with Lane Kiffin. They're going to probably revert back because half these kids from Ole Miss are from Louisiana. And if you got recruited by Lane Kiffin at Ole Miss, why would you not just go to Louisiana? Or just go to LSU? So Egg Bowl will be fun again, probably. But I don't see Ole Miss rebounding from losing Lane Kiffin and keeping in-house hire. Like I don't see the path here for them to continue to be a top 10 team in the country. Like I like maybe they'll get a good recruiting class here and there and like it'll spring them, but again, I think I have a good year at Ole Miss. I could have I could go play for a bigger school.
Exactly.
To get NFL looks. It's sad.
One thing and this is a thought I had, was being that he is going to such a big school and he will have like a special portal. Could we be like overestimating how many Ole Miss players like he ends up taking? Because he'll honestly be able to really just have his pick at players coming in. He has the best classes coming in. Obviously, you have to wait for those freshmen to get ready. But do you think maybe the nation could be overestimating how many players he takes, and Ole Miss could be left over something?
So the thing with the special time the players get, it's when the head coach leaves the current team. So it's Ole Miss players that get a special portal to go anywhere. They don't have to go to LSU. They can go anywhere. So like any team with any sort of NIL budget, it's gonna be like, hey, your coach is gone, come play for us because look at our program. We still have the same coach. Or like, Oregon will dip their toes in there, huge NIL budget. Obviously like Alabama, Georgia, Texas, Michigan, Ohio State. Ohio State's more of a plug-in. They like to see where their roster's at the end of the year.
Mm-hmm.
But like teams that just like will bring in transfer players, or they're just gonna bring in transfers from Ole Miss because like, wait, you could probably play.
That makes sense. If they're not losing to LSU, other schools can definitely come in and swoop them because they'll be doing their own coaching shifts. So hopefully, I mean, it's funny, they have this run to be their billboard for recruits and transfers of this college playoff. So hopefully,
I mean,
they can get something. I'm rooting for them.
If their coach goes and runs the table,
right?
I don't see a player leaving. The only reason you might leave is because the offensive court, like 6 members of that offensive staff are following Lane Kiffin.
Right.
So like you really won't have the same coaching staff next year. That's really the kicker. Like it's not just Lane Kiffin leaving; it's the fact he's taking 6 guys off his offensive staff, which is a ridiculous amount.
I'd be pissed if I got left behind if he didn't take
it. They all had the option to go. Remember, he told them open point.
He said all. Yeah, they say all, but I'm like, there has to be like some like running backs assistant coach that's like, am I calling or am I? But yeah, that headline was crazy and kind of respect at the same time. But yeah.
Here we go. Offensive coordinator, quarterbacks coach Charlie Weiss, co-offensive coordinator coach, tight end coach, wide receivers coach / passing game coordinator. Their GM is going with them. Senior associate athletic director for football operations. No idea what that means. Jeez. And their head strength and conditioning coach. So really, he took your big 3, your offensive coordinator, co-offensive coordinator, and your passing game coordinator. So. Yeah, the funniest part about the whole press conference is he said, I have no idea how much money I'm making. I was like, yeah, I wouldn't care either if I was coaching at LSU because that's just infinite money.
At that point, it's like just he knows the market. He knows his market. He's assuming all the offers are just the height of that.
Yeah.
Man.
So
all right. Well, he's not the only one. There's other shifts occurring in terms of the coaching carousel. From big schools. I think, oh my goodness, there's one small school that they're making fun of for changing their coach, and I wanted to shut up, but I forgot it.
Are you talking about Kent State?
It might have been Kent State. Oh my goodness. Is Tulane or North Texas switching their coach?
They both got fired away. So both their coaches left. But
gotcha. I think
because they got fired.
Something I saw. Gotcha. Dang. Well, yeah, coaching carousel is amongst us. Coaches are switching. The LSU job is big. There are other jobs floating around, SEC jobs. There's that one looming Big Ten job that everybody's throwing names at, but it's gonna be they're crazy. Their old coach went to Virginia Tech. I don't think we covered that especially yet. You might talk a little bit more about that, but I love that move. Think that'll be great for them. Very concerned when it means for Penn State because I feel like they'll be kind of recruiting in similar areas at some points maybe. But that is that. Are there any specific ones that you want to get into first, Tyler, in terms of the coaching swaps?
Let's get that conversation out of the way first.
Yeah.
So in September, Penn State had a top 50 recruiting class with James Franklin. They fired James Franklin. A bunch of guys decommit. They drop a little bit. James Franklin then takes the Virginia Tech job. Virginia Tech at the moment had a class outside the top 100. As of today, I believe Virginia Tech is a top 50 class, and Penn
Wow.
State has a worse class than Harvard. So this is the James Franklin effect. So the guy he's a natural born recruiter, and he's going to recruit until he dies. That's what he's always known for. That's what he's good at. He makes connection with guys, and that just shows you that James Franklin was the Penn State program, and he was the epicenter of it. And the kids weren't going there because it's Penn State. The kids were going there for James Franklin.
Right.
And now he's flipped like 4 or 5 guys from Penn State to Virginia Tech. So again,
That's
Penn
right.
State rashly, abruptly fires him after a lot of pressure from social media and the media and all this stuff with no
That's what I
actual
was.
plan. And now it's completely backfired, and it's probably going to set their program back like 1 or 2 years.
I remember. I think it was our last episode. We were saying this has happened, and we're just saying they have to have some kind of plan. Like,
Yeah.
it may not be this, but it has to be something. They have to have something in the works. They have to. But oh my goodness, my guy at Nebraska, Matt Rule, he resigns. Their season doesn't go the way they wanted to go, but he's safe there. Signetti resigns almost immediately as well.
They
He likes
all
what he's building
signed
there.
almost immediately. Mike Elko signed immediately. Urban Meyer probably signed a new deal to ESPN immediately. Like, nobody wanted to touch that job. And furthermore,
Insane.
getting into some of the other hires, like Bob Chesney, JMU,
Yep.
there was traction there. Nope, goes to LSU. That's crazy. Who else? Just today, they missed out on the BYU coach,
Where
Sitaki.
did he resign? He resigned
So,
there?
yeah, did you know this whole thing? What happened? This whole thing.
I heard Penn State was thinking about bringing him, but
So
I didn't realize he resigned.
last Saturday, they had a contract for him set to make him like top 3 highest paid coaches in college football, right?
Wow.
Right before BYU plays their game. BYU wins, makes the Big 12 title game. And he's like, okay, if rumors say he's like, I want to wait until after that. And Penn State's like, no, we really want to get this deal done. That gets leaked. The CEO of Crumble Cookie is a BYU grad. And he tweeted out, there's some guys that are irreplaceable. I'm going to fix this. And he goes and he just, I guess, donates $50 million to BYU or something. And now magically today, he's going to have a press conference saying, like, yeah, I'm not going to Penn State. I'm staying here at BYU.
Wow.
Now, there are rumors of like the administration and, views of one school versus the other and his personal views, like not completely aligning and
That's
everything.
where my head honestly went.
Yeah, and
I was like, this is an adjustment.
Yeah. But the fact that the Crumble Cookie CEO ruined Penn State's big, they were ready to shock the world hiring this up and coming coach from BYU. He's another great recruiter, great X's and O's guy, and nope. And now it's done. They just blew the whole thing up, and it's like it feels like Oregon destroyed the program. Like everything's been downhill since that game.
Yeah. Oh my goodness, that is so crazy. Yeah, I was looking up the Penn State AD, Patrick Kraft. I've heard that name before.
Yeah, Pat Kraft.
He is not having a good time
in the media right now.
Oh my gosh, that is so crazy. Like, sheesh. And like I said, all I had to do is just live
have
through
a plan.
It. Yeah.
And now the names that like I've been seeing rumored is the 3 Bs. Is what I'm calling them. Brian Johnson, as you might be familiar. Brian Hartline, which I don't think is going to happen, and Brian Dable, another one I don't think is going to happen. I don't think any of those will happen, but those are the ones I've been like seeing Penn State fans be like, "This is what we want." I'm like, Brian Hartline's not leaving. Number one,
Dable will be weird. That would be a weird one.
Dable would be.
Oh, but he
was the offensive coordinator at
Alabama. Yeah, I feel a lot better about that, honestly. But
yeah, another random one would be like Chip Kelly. He had insanely good success as the OC of Ohio State. Obviously, success in Oregon. His UCLA tenure was god awful. So, do you wonder like that? I don't think it'll happen, but it could happen. And the most likely one for me is Jeff Broom from Louisville. because the Penn State plane was seen today landing in Lexington,
How
which is right outside of Louisville.
how are they? How did their season end up? I didn't really
Louisville,
hear too much from
they're
them.
they're a good team. He's a good coach,
Gotcha.
but that would be the most boring hire. Like, I wouldn't say boring, wrong word, but the ceiling there. I don't think the ceiling's there. I think the funniest part about this whole thing is Penn State has been the biggest job opening of the year when it happened. Right? He was fired October 12th. Right? So they had a whole month jump
Yeah,
on almost every other big program.
literally doesn't matter.
And in
Well,
that
it was
time,
LSU.
Kentucky fired their coach on Friday. They hired Will Stein on Saturday. Michigan State fires their coach Friday, November 30th. They hire Pat Fitzgerald December 1st. Like, other teams are making.
Pat Fitzgerald wasn't coaching this year, right?
No, he was the Northwestern coach, and they
Okay, yeah.
his whole tenure ended really weird. They kind of like
Gotcha.
scapegoated him out of there. So that's a really good hire by
Okay.
Michigan State. UCLA, great hire with Bob Chesney. LSU, again, their job was open for a month, but that's only because their coach, the guy that they were obviously going to get. Florida, they lose out on Lane Kiffin. Well, guess what? The same day they bring in John Summerall, which to me screams Billy Napier Part 2. But Auburn also, Lane Kiffin signs. They go hire Alice Golish. Arkansas, Lane Kiffin gets hired. Same day, they go get Ryan Silverfield from Memphis. Even Stanford has hired a coach. Colorado State has hired a coach. Oklahoma State has hired a coach. And a good coach. They got Eric Morris from North Texas. They got a good coach. Your coach you fired your coach, and before you even hired a coach, he got hired. I don't know what is going on in that school's AD office, but like, you're being lapped by programs that are so below you. For what?
A rush decision. It's just screaming rushed. Like, it's just screaming that they rushed. Yeah.
And then they thought that they were the big guys on campus, and then they could get anybody they wanted, and now guys are starting to fall into place. Like, you should have, like, I don't know. I just don't know. Like, you call Matt Rule, he hangs up the phone, he signs a new contract. You call Kirk Cinetti, he hangs up the phone, he signs a new contract. Mike Elko, it sounded like you were close. He hangs up the phone, he signs a new contract. Eli Drinkwitz from Missouri even signs a new contract. Like, I'm baffled. But I think that's enough Penn State talk here. We should talk about some of the other. Get some time.
I was just about to say, how are you feeling about the Will Stein hire in Kentucky? Also, is Kentucky kind of like becoming like one of those up and coming jobs? Like, are they getting money towards their football team or something? Or gotcha. No. I was confused.
I mean, Mark Pope runs that school. Like, Kentucky's basketball, they've always loved that. Like, it's cool that they have a football team sometimes. Yeah. But Kentucky next year, you should look. Let's Kentucky's 2026 college football. They have the hardest schedule I think I've ever seen.
Oh gosh.
They have Alabama, Florida, LSU, Vanderbilt, Missouri, Oklahoma, South Carolina, Tennessee, Texas A&M.
Oh my gosh.
That's all. That's their conference schedule.
And what?
Most of it's terrible. They also play Louisville. They always play Louisville.
I wonder what's so attractive about that job then.
He's an OC.
SEC.
It's an SEC job.
Right.
So, like, I don't know. It also, this is the craziest part, is the Alabama, Florida, and LSU and Vanderbilt game. They're 4 in a row, right? All 4 of those are at home. You then go away Missouri, away Oklahoma, away South Carolina, away Tennessee, away Texas A&M. Like, they just have a gauntlet, and it's just gonna.
That schedule's insane.
Yeah, I don't know what schedule maker made this, but they'll start off easily 2-0, and there's a chance they don't win another game because they're also like not that great of a team.
That's what I was thinking. Like, I've heard a little bit about them, but after their little resurgence, it was a case for that.
But yeah, Will Stein's a really good coach. He's one of the best offensive coordinators in college football. He'll probably bring one of our backup quarterbacks with him. I'm thinking Austin Novosad will probably transfer with him. He's really high on him. And probably a few other backup players from Oregon, maybe like Jaden Lamar, a backup running back, will follow him.
Okay.
So he'll definitely get a few kids to follow him. He will be able to go in the portal and basically tell any lineman, hey, look at my track record with these guys up front. Like,
Gotcha.
I've produced
Makes sense.
many first round, second round talent players in the NFL. I've sent multiple wide receivers in the NFL now. I've sent multiple tight ends in the NFL now. So
Yeah. Any is there any options that you really want to come in? I know it's kind of fresh that hire, but any OC options that you want or
I mean,
anything you like?
big one's gonna be Chip Kelly.
Mm.
I don't know how that
Could he take an offensive coordinator job at that school?
Yeah.
That's so weird.
Dude, I mean, you get paid.
I know, but
He'll be paid as the highest coordinator in the country.
That is true. The pay is crazy, but I don't know, but he was the guy there for and then just to go and I feel like it's just weird knowing like coaches and how they think. But I mean, shoot, on paper it looks good.
Yeah, it depends. It depends on his relationship with Dante Moore. But yeah, that's an option. I've seen some people want the Tulane offensive coordinator. There's also probably some guys that could promote within. They've already announced they're promoting the assistant defensive coordinator is being promoted to defensive coordinator because Tosh Lapoy, the defensive coordinator for Oregon, just took the Cal job about like an hour ago.
Okay.
So he's off to Cal. He played at Cal. He's a Cal grad. That made sense. Good for him. Hoping that JKS, the quarterback at Cal, originally committed to Oregon, played spring ball here, and then transferred to Cal as a true freshman, which is weird.
Sus.
So then I'm hoping maybe he just transfers. Maybe it's just like a loan almost. He just comes back when Dante goes to the NFL.
That's sus. Maybe he knew the defensive coordinator is coming over. He sent him over early. You mentioned the Tulane OC might get a job. Wasn't Summerall at Tulane? Or am I confusing this? Gotcha. Yeah. So you don't think he'd bring him over? It's a big. I feel like that'll be a big jump for the OC as well. But I mean, if you can get a head coaching job.
Yeah, Joe Craddock, I believe. If you're looking at it,
because that seemed like people were talking about that like it was the job until LSU kind of cared. Even when LSU was in the fold, I feel like people were still talking like that Florida job is still something. Like that Florida job is.
I'm a huge fan of the Florida job. Oh, Sean Samples. He's the current running backs coach. And he was also the passing game coordinator for Arizona State. The one that I saw, which is crazy, is today's National Signing Day, so we'll find out if the rumor's even worth the squeeze here.
I love the live investigation. This is great stuff.
Oh, tomorrow is National Signing Day. So tomorrow, if Chris Henry Jr., the number one wide receiver in this class, flips to Oregon, and Oregon has DeCorian Moore and Chris Henry Jr., I wonder how much money it would take to get Brian Hartline to be the OC at Oregon so he can coach the two top young receivers in the country. Just a hypothetical.
Is Chris Henry Jr.'s dad Chris Henry? Obviously, but Bengals Chris Henry?
Oh, I've got no idea.
I think his dad. I think his dad might have been a really good receiver for the Bengals. Yeah, but
all I know is there's a bunch of rumors. His signing day might be interesting because him and DeCorian, he said that him and DeCorian Moore, Oregon's current receiver, have been talking. But yeah,
Interesting.
from coaching carousel. I'm interested to see how this rest of these jobs pan out.
Oh my goodness. It's honestly, I'm focusing on Penn State from here on out. That's crazy. They gotta, I don't know, Mike McDaniels or something. Like, do find something, man. That's so crazy.
They
Honestly,
gotta
that
get a
Dable
KC for his
shout,
donors.
I'm not mad at it. I honestly just like, I don't know. Seeing Dable in the NFL makes me hard to believe that like he ever was even in that space, but he was. He very much so was very involved and very successful in that.
I could see him being a good coach, not a good recruiter. I don't know if
Fair,
he would
yeah.
be
That's
able to go into a parent's living room and like do that whole spiel. But I could see his coaching style connecting more with a college athlete than an NFL athlete.
that's very
But
interesting. Is
but
that
again, you
are
got
you
to
adding
recruit
the
at Penn
Eagles with
State,
that one?
huh?
Are you adding the Eagles on any future decisions when you say that?
Him? Oh no, he
Like,
terrible coaching in the NFL. God awful coaching in the NFL. He can't
I love
communicate to players.
I like the stuff when he was with the Bills. He was doing some good stuff, and he was didn't he
That's
get Coach of the Year?
Josh Allen merchant. He's literally a Josh Allen
Didn't he
merchant.
get Coach of
I
the Year
don't.
with the Giants though? I liked him up
Dude,
until that.
Coach, there's a kiss
Up,
to death. Kiss to death.
that is fair. Stefanski and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's very insane. I was really rooting for him up until he played us, and then he was yelling at that doctor on the 10. He really fell off on this.
Yeah, that's when I was like, yeah, this guy needs to be in college because the SEC would not care about that.
That's easy what happened with Jackson Dart right back out there.
Yeah, I
Goodness.
know.
All right. Well, that's a coaching carousel. A lot of madness there. Even Brian Kelly was brought up in the Penn State job. They may have to.
Hell no.
Ooh,
That'd be so stupid.
it might. I
He's
mean, it's getting
terrible.
dicey. It's getting
That
dicey.
was so funny. That program would literally they just die.
Due
Actually, the funniest
diligence,
one by far
man.
would be Bill O'Brien back to Penn State after just an absolute roller coaster of a career and not doing so hot at BC and then just
BC.
taking. Yeah, that would be so funny.
I saw a speech he made. Honestly, I kind of liked it. He was like, no matter what our record is, we're working. We're trying to build something here. I think they said something about when he should have gave up and like punted or something. I don't know, but
There's just no. It's just so hard to recruit up there. There's not enough talent up there for them to like make contenders.
that's a funky football area.
New England, yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of schools that really, yeah.
That's the cross hockey area.
Fair. Oh my goodness, I had a hockey story and I forgot. I put on like 5 minutes of the Flyers the other day.
Oh, really?
While I was waiting for a basketball game to start. Yeah, it's cool. I think playoff hockey. I think I'm gonna give playoff hockey a go this time around, probably because I like that. MLB was a bit. I'm locking in to MLB because honestly they had the pitch clock, right?
Yeah, so the game's quicker.
Honestly,
Yeah.
I truly am not mad at it. They might have done something
Yeah.
there.
In person, the games go so quick.
Oh,
Like in person, it's really rough to watch.
can we go to a Phillies game this year? Let's go.
We can't go to Phillies game.
Wait, I need to go.
It just goes so quick.
Oh my goodness! I went to that stadium when I was so young. I've been to the Met Stadium. Phillies. I want to go to the Yankee Stadium, even though I hear it's not the prettiest. I want to see it.
Yeah.
It's
expensive there.
Yeah. Jeez.
It's New York prices plus stadium prices.
Maybe not. Honestly, I'll go. I don't know. I'll pack some food with me or something. Pack a lunch. College football players coming up. We don't have to spend too much time here if you have much to say. We really leaned into the coach carousel. That's really one I want to hit on. But any keys here with the new rankings just dropped? I know you mentioned some teams that might be on the fringe that you were worried about either making it in or not making it in. Yeah, I'll let you take that one away.
So initial reactions to it, we are one Duke win away from having two group of 5 teams make the college football playoff, which would be absolutely insane. Wow. So the key part of their criteria is they rank the top 5 highest winning conference winners.
Okay.
So it's not all 4 Power 4 conference winners get in. It's just the 5 highest ranked conference winners. So if Duke were to beat Virginia and JMU were to win, that would mean the 5 highest conference winners would be SEC, Big 10, Big 12, JMU, and then either Tulane or North Texas.
Right.
So then we would have 2 group of 5 teams. So I think everybody in the world right now is going to root for a Duke win, because that would make this bracket hilarious, because
Right.
let's say BYU wins, right? BYU then is the Big 12, so they're guaranteed in. So if BYU wins and Duke wins, and let's say Alabama wins, you watch Notre Dame and Miami both just.
I was about to say that season Notre Dame out, which is crazy.
Yeah.
That's why Marcus was really preaching about. He was preaching something about his team, and I was like, that was definitely directed at the selection committee or whatever, because he was saying something. I was like, bro, like
so
nothing to do with the game.
BYU is in a situation win and get in. BYU doesn't win. BYU is probably out.
Gotcha.
And then let's say Virginia does win, which most likely I think they are, because they just played Duke and they smoked them. So it would be then Virginia in, Tulane in. That would then leave you with a bubble of BYU versus Miami.
I see.
No, it wouldn't. They'd both be out because Virginia and Tulane would be in. So the only way Miami and BYU get into a bubble, there's no way for them to make it. So again, it would just be, I guess the argument would be BYU. Who would you rather have? Notre Dame, BYU, or Miami at the 10?
I was pulling for Miami at the beginning of the year, but I think
they beat this is the fun part, is they beat Notre Dame, right? Mm-hmm. You end the year with the same record, head to head. Miami won.
Right.
Miami has 2 unranked losses. Notre Dame then has a loss to Texas A&M and Miami. But what do you rank? What is this is the thing this whole year is what's more impressive, a ranked win or not losing to a bad team?
I see.
Right, because Texas has the same argument with 3 losses.
Oh my gosh! If I were to answer the ranked win, then Notre Dame would be. Oh,
yeah, you'd then be Miami, because Miami has the win over Notre Dame.
Miami has some bad losses, right? Or were there losses?
That's what I'm saying. So what's more important to people? Is it ranked wins, or is it not losing to bad teams?
I see. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And I mean, the main argument is if these teams were to play tomorrow, what would happen? It'd be like, well, that already happened. Miami won.
That's what Marcus was saying. He was like, it's not about finding the number 1 team from the beginning of the year. It's finding the best teams right now. So that's how he was trying to flip it. That makes so much sense.
Yeah. And so Texas has the same argument. Texas, your losses are Florida. Who else? They lost to Florida and they lost to Ohio State. I forget their third loss. But then you have wins over Texas A&M. So it's like 3-loss Texas team playing the best football.
I was about to say Texas A&M took that L. No, right, you go.
No, that's it. It's just like, but I don't think a 3-loss team should sniff the top 12. I would think a 2-loss team should.
I agree, and I was just saying, like, Texas A&M took that loss at a very funky time. That definitely shook up some stuff, which is always fun.
So the path I'm rooting for is chaos, where I want to see.
I'm with it, honestly.
If Georgia beats Alabama too, Alabama's 3-loss, Alabama's out.
Do we know how any of the matchups are shaking up? Like, would any of these SEC teams have to go up to the cold at all?
So your top 4 get a bye.
I know it's hard to
and so they're not doing the seeding where it's conference winners. They're just doing straight seeding. So it's like 1 through 12. So like Oregon would then host. Most likely, is going to happen is Oregon's going to host the Group of 5 team, and then Ole Miss will play 11, which will be Virginia, and then Texas A&M will have to play Notre Dame, a rematch, and then it'll be Oklahoma, Alabama. But again, I don't think Alabama beats Georgia. I think Georgia's win that game. I think Alabama's gone. I think you can pretty much. I don't think you can keep a 3-loss Alabama team in the playoffs.
I know. I'm ruined for my man, Kalen, bro. I need him to pull this.
Well,
That's
wait. So back to Penn State again. You know, maybe if Kalen DeBoer misses the playoff, boom, there's your guy. Go get him.
Oh.
Because there was rumors if he lost the Iron Bowl that, you know, he was going to weasel his way out and just take the Penn State job. So if he loses this game to Georgia,
that could work out for everybody, honestly.
But then if the Alabama job opens, how quickly does Lane Kiffin get a flight from Baton Rouge to Tuscaloosa?
That can't happen.
That can happen. It's college football. Nothing matters. Nothing matters. Just be left in the middle of the season.
That's impossible. Impossible. He literally not this year. It would have to go wrong in 2 years. He would have to do like Brian Kelly, like 1 year is bad. I'm gonna fix it.
I think Lane Kiffin. I think if Alabama job opens, the only person not going for that job is Ryan Day. Kurt Signetti gone. I guess Kirby Smart too, but Ryan Day gone. Dan Lanning probably that would suck. Probably gone. Mike Elko gone. Marcus Freeman gone.
Dang. Lanning
probably gone.
Lanning losing both his coordinators, that would be bad timing for that Alabama job to open up.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't even hate him for it because I'm like, dude, it's Alabama. It's the crown jewel.
Oh man.
And he was an Alabama grad assistant, whatever.
Right, exactly. Yeah. That would be crazy.
No, they'd all be gone. Jim Harbaugh, dude, the Chargers better re-sign Harbaugh if the Alabama job opens.
That's so funny. That would be honestly, that would be a really good take on that job for Alabama, to be honest. That would be a good way to like modernize the Saban philosophy. Almost.
But I think the thing that I'm rooting for here is Alabama to win so that job doesn't open because that would just ruin college football.
That would, wow. Oh my goodness, if Lane would even consider that, he would just take. Now I want the job to open up. I was really rooting for them, but
you want to see.
I just want to see that's crazy,
dude. It would be he'd be there watching the game with the athletic director, celebrating as Kalen DeBoer loses.
Sheesh. How is that, George? You know that Georgia quarterback's been playing. He's been doing his thing.
Oh, Gunnar Stockton. Their offense. Georgia's defense is not unusual. Georgia defense. It's been their offense that's been like winning them football games. Yeah, they're actually very fun to watch. But again, if you want to root for the chaos, you root for a BYU win, a Duke win,
okay,
and an Alabama loss.
And therapy chaos parlay.
Oh, that's what it would be. An Alabama loss, a BYU win, and a Duke win would then cause the committee to have to decide between.
Yeah, they're gonna be like, man, that Archie guy's looking really good.
That or they just it was the funniest possible outcome would be them like, they have their top 10 because they have to put in the 2 group of 5 teams. They're top 11, right? And now they're staring at Alabama, Notre Dame, and Miami for that 12. Alabama 3 losses, 1 being a conference title. So they've 1 extra game played than Notre Dame. So should Notre Dame need to be in there?
They give it to Bama. They're not gonna. I feel like they're gonna want to protect the conference title talk. I think right? They really don't want to be. They really don't.
That would then feed into my argument that Notre Dame has to join a conference.
It all comes back to Notre Dame needs to join a conference at the end of the day.
It always comes back to Notre Dame just join a conference, and this would all make more sense. Because right now your ACC title game would be between Notre Dame and Virginia.
If they
joined the ACC.
Oh, or the ACC. Even if I feel like they would fit in the Big Ten, just visually. I wouldn't blink.
They play ACC for every other sport. Every other sport, Notre Dame is part of the ACC.
Well, then that makes sense.
Yeah. The Notre Dame Clemson would be a fun little thing we could have. Notre Dame Clemson Miami. But no, they want to be independent and make their own schedule and own their TV rights. And
nah, Dabo's had enough. He's gonna hit that recruiting portal this year and go crazy. He's gonna be like, I love you guys, but I need.
That's another guy for the Bama job. How quickly would Dabo take the Bama job?
Yeah.
Well, also the Bama job's not open. Let's preface that.
And then Clemson's gonna take a guy that Penn State wants if that happens.
Probably, yeah, probably.
Oh my goodness! Well, I'm very excited for this playoffs. Honestly, to shake
Yeah,
out.
Saturday can make or break this whole playoff situation. But
Yes,
Oregon's got a home game on
I mean,
lock, which is fun.
heard that. I made
Probably
this
they're
statement
probably
before.
going to be the 5 seed. If they get a bye, I'll be very upset, which would mean Georgia and Texas Tech both lost. So.
Actually, that makes sense. Well, all that matters is my boys right here handling business. I know it looks like I'm pointing the wrong way on your stream, but I learned that the hard way in the last episode. But yeah, boys right there handling business. All we care about. Well, honestly, I'm rooting for the Ducks to play. Honestly, I forgot. I'm team hopping this episode, but Ole Miss. I think I am rooting for Ole Miss to pull this one out now. I think it would just be very cool. I don't even blame Lane Kiffin for
That would
what
be
he did
hilarious.
anyway. I think that would just be a cool way to just wrap this thing up.
Texas Tech would also be the cherry on top of this whole NIL thing where the school just poured millions of oil money into the team. Wow. They just won a national title.
I've seen them play I know that for me this is a lot. I've seen them play 4 or 5 times this year.
They're good. They're good. They're a really good football team.
I really like their team.
But they were fully bought as a football team.
It's the day and age we live in, man.
Exactly. So it'd be funny just to watch the oil guys just come in and be like, look how easy this is, and boom, title.
Madness. Well, we're about to find out, getting into these important weeks leading into the college football playoffs. We'll see you next week on Fan Therapy. College football panel will be a little bigger. Excited for that. Tyler, thank you so much for another amazing episode. So bro, you know so much about this stuff. I really appreciate it. Anything else to go off our chest before we rock out of this one?
That's it. Fernando Mendoza.
Right. What'd you say? Fernando Mendoza?
For Heisman.
Heisman, that's crazy. The Pavia kid, he got something to say about that. He's climbing the rankings. I think his celebration though is tough, but that is that from us. That is another episode wrapped up. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, tell somebody that you love them. Thank you guys for watching.